We have heard a lot of things regarding to different ways on how the United States government is finding different ways on how they can stop or reduce the effect of the virus. And one of the things is about planning to send checks to the people, which is called a stimulus package. There are people talking about 1,000 and now it is 1,200 to the people in America. But when you go like to Wall Street Journal, or if you hear the Secretary of the Treasury or Donald Trump, the president, or if you go to different kind of news, when they are talking about we are sending the check, they say we are sending the check to Americans. US seek to send checks to Americans as part of the stimulus package. So when they say sending the check to Americans, the question is this check is going to be sent to everyone in America, or is this check is going to be sent to American citizens, or is this check is going to also to include green card holders, or is this check is going also to include international students? Is this check is going to include maybe students who are on what we call the on OPT or CPT, things of that nature, optional practical training or curriculum practical training, who are covered under this stimulus package. This is the aim of the video today, is to explain in immigration point of view which people are part of this one. Because when you go to read, every time you go, I'm trying to go to different news, or you go to different articles, they all say we want to send money back to Americans and help them in this kind of difficult situation. We'll send a check. So the overall part of the video will be talking about when they say we are sending money to Americans, do they mean only American citizens, or there are other people can be included there? That is part of the video. But I will not go into deep because I'm not expert on that. But I will also go and just mentioning quickly how much we can expect people to get. Even if yesterday night and today there are some final things they have to go through to be passed into the Senate. If the bill is going to be passed, that means people can expect a check. And how much is that? And how do they go to determine that amount? So I'm starting with the first question. When they say we are sending money to Americans as part of the stimulus package, who are included? Or rather, will immigrants, if they are not American citizens, be part of this stimulus package, receiving the check from the United States government, from the federal government? So, after going deeper, I came to realize which is a guarantee is two categories. Obviously, there was a debate, people pressuring any person who filed the tax. Because how are they going to determine? I will tell you later. They are going to look about the tax of 2018. So you cannot just show up today and just get it. So there is that part. First of all, they are looking into the tax return, the tax you filed the year 2018. And if you didn't file for the year 2018, I will explain how are they going to do it. But number one is that one. So people, they say everyone, they have to give everyone who filed the tax. Other people, they say they have to give everyone who is a registered voter. But there are so many things, because you can be American and decide not to register as a voter, but you are okay. So there are so many things, but in general, what they're going to do, number one, they will look into American citizen and green card holders, permanent resident. That's what I know for sure. All these two categories will be part of the stimulus package. And I'll go to explain other categories, how that works. But American citizen and green card holders will be part of the stimulus package. When they say we are sending checks to Americans, they also mean we are sending check to immigrants. In immigration point of view, when we say immigrant, is people who have immigrant visas, people who are permanent resident, are coming here to stay on permanent basis, they are green card holders. So whether you go to green card by marriage, by work, by whatever, that is your immigrant here. Non-immigrant are people without green card. Like you are here as a tourist, you are here as a temporary worker, you are here as a visitor, you are here as international students. Those are non-immigrant. So we are talking first of all immigrant plus American citizen. So far the check I said is 1,200 per person. But they'll look into, first of all, your tax return of 2018. When they look on the tax return, obviously you pay the tax over 1,200. That means they can give you that 1,200. What if your tax was 800, for instance? Then you will get paid 800. What if your tax was maybe 200, like depending on your income? That means they will give you a minimum of 600. So there is a certain way how they calculate that one. But also, they are going to calculate basing on your tax, how much is your income. If your income is above 99,000, obviously you don't get anything. If your income is above 75,000 per year, going up to 98 point whatever, nearby 99,000, at that point they will look like how much they will be reducing. They are going to reduce by percentage. Their calculation about 5%. So for instance, if let's say your income is 85,000, that means it is 10,000 more than 75. So they will take 5% of 10,000 US dollar, and then that percent they will put it there. Then they'll take 1,200, deducting that 5% of exceeding 75,000, and that is 75,000 is if you are single, you filed as a single. If you are joint, the income you can go up to 150,000. So you times 2. So that is how it will. So when you say you get 1,200, that is for one person. If you are husband, then obviously your wife will get us again 1,200, and each child will get 500. All these are part of your tax, basically. So it's more tax return, but that's how they are going to do that way. And another thing on top of that, this one you don't need to file anything. There is no filing Social Security. You put your information online, you'll find the scammers. They'll go there and try to get into your money. So this one they will send directly to your address. But so it will be mostly like a check. Can't, like, they're not, people say maybe they do direct deposit, but they do not know they might go with the actual. But there is another question: what if I've changed the address from the address I use on my tax return? So there are all other kind of things they are working on it. So, but at the moment that is how it is. But another question which is very important to know is, does this one affect the concept of public charge, receiving benefits? No, it doesn't affect. This is not, the stimulus package is not the benefits we are talking about, the public charge benefits. So don't fear to take this one, because if you take this money, that means it will be public charge benefit. It will affect if you are going to sponsor someone. No, this doesn't affect. This is not a money which is just like a food stamp. No, this is a benefit. This is not a benefit. This is a stimulus package to help you as a taxpayer to survive into this economy, which many people, they don't go to work, things of that nature. So that is something to consider. So don't fear about it, about that particular reason. But again, another thing to consider or to ask yourself, okay, what if you didn't file the tax 2018 or whatever, things of that nature, but also you're American citizen or you're a green card holder? So at that point, what they are going to do, they are going to look for the tax return of 2019, this year. I mean, plus last year, the one which you are supposed to file now. So what you need to do, if you haven't filed the tax, because usually the tax return deadline is April 15, but because of the virus, they have extended the deadline for 90 more days, so until July. Whatever, July 15 or July something over there. So for that case, you need to file this tax return online Do online, it will be very, very quick. So if you didn't file for 2018 tax, file the tax return right now, immediately, so that they are going to look at your tax return for 2019, so that they can be able to determine how much you qualify to get as a check from the federal government. So that is something you need to act very, very, very quick. And this applies for the people. Let's say you didn't come to America in the year 2018. 2017, 2018, for instance, you came in America, let's say January 2019, as a green card holder. You won the green card, or you became green card, whatever it is, you came to America as a green card holder by that time. What you need to do, that means you don't have the tax return for 2018. Or you arrived in the US in maybe October. I know there are some people, even my nephew lives with me here, came to America, was around September, end of September, beginning of October. But basically doesn't have income, so didn't file for the tax return of 2018. So what that person is supposed to do is supposed to file the tax immediately before, as soon as possible, because once this bill goes and is going to be signed, that means the stimulus package, the checks will start being sent within 2 weeks after the signing of this bill. So, but you need to make sure that you do that one. You file the tax for 2019 if, obviously, you didn't do for the year 2018, you are not in America, things of that nature. But another important question is this one. What if you are not a US citizen and you are not a green card holder? You are a student, or you are undocumented immigrant. People are trying to explain, to ask, what about undocumented immigrant? What about international students? International students also pay tax. They have been affected by this one. At the moment, I do not know. But once this one is going to go through, I will be able to gather those information and share updated video about who also is going to be included. But at the moment is that one. So again, be aware with the scammers, because the scammers will come to you and say, okay, let me help you to make sure that you are going to get this amount of money. Or let's include this child who is not. There are so many scammers that will do so many things to make sure that they're taking your money. So, but another thing is, example would be, you file the tax 2018, they are looking the income for 2018, but also they are going to look for the 2019 regardless. For instance, for my case, on 2018, my last daughter, Faustina, was not born, was born in the year 2019. So for that case, if you look at 2018, you will say, I have 2 kids. But 2019, I had 3 kids. So obviously, they are going to look also, no matter what, they'll look at 2019 to see whether this person now gets more than 99,000 and how many kids you have, the current situation. So obviously, they'll look both, regardless, they say they're going to look 2018 tax, but they'll look for 2019 to see what is your current income of 2019 if you have filed the tax, and also how many kids you have at the moment, so that the tax credit and all other things can be able to apply. So those are some of the things which I want to make sure that you understand. As I said, people, you have to be very, very careful with the scammers, because people want you to pay upfront, getting something. There is no social security number, bank statement. Don't give to anyone. There are so many scammers, they call you over the phone. They say that they are working from the US government, things of that nature. Yeah, so nothing, there is no paperwork, there is nothing you can be able to do unless otherwise the US government comes up with a new plan on how you can be able to get. So overall, US citizens, they get that one. Green card holders also, they will be able to get that one. And that's why when you arrive in the United States, there is a line, they say American citizen and green card holders, they are in one group, and Canadian citizen, and usually there is another line for all visitors. So green card holders and the American citizen will be in one thing. But when they write on the bill or on the news, they say we are sending this amount of check, this amount of money to Americans. So don't get confused like, but I'm green card holder. Yes, currently they consider you as American because you are immigrant, you are permanent resident here. So those are the things I want to share with you. I'm not into finance too much, so I do not know so many calculations. But I'm sure these are the basics if you need to know those kind of things. And I'll be updating you about this stimulus package and how the checks will be able to be given to people. When I get mine, I will just let you know. I'm waiting for mine because I'm married. I'm 1,200 with my wife to be 2,400 with 3 kids. You just add 1,500 there. Yeah, so. And how many times are they going to send? So far is one time. It would be in the April. But if the situation continues, they are planning to send the second check in June. So that is the plan. They will be able to send up to 2 times, but mainly at the moment is once. But if it needs to go higher, it will be 2 times by June. So that is how it is at the moment. So thank you, everyone. Stay safe from this virus and make sure that you take all precautionary measures and protect you as someone. Stay at home. I've been staying at home for the last almost like a week and a half. I haven't been really going out. I just go outside to take the trash to the backyard for a few minutes here and there. That's all. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Remember to share the videos and share the link to other people so that they can enjoy the videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you everyone for your continued support. This is EBM, Ernest Makulilo from Belton, Missouri, United States of America. Bye bye everyone.